Okay, I guess we're calling the public hearing to order. It's 5:41 PM. Are there any members of the public that wish to speak on the proposed sewer user charge effective July 1, 2025? Anybody waiting? Nelia?
No, I don't see anyone from the public.
Okay. So let's give it a respectable 30 seconds. How about that? Okay. My understanding we're going forward with the meeting. We still don't have a quorum, right?
Ms. Dunn needed the meeting number, so I just sent her that, so let's hope we see her momentarily.
Good evening, everyone.
All right, Russ.
Hi, Ross.
Okay, well, we'll close the public hearing. It's 5:43. I'm gonna call a meeting to order with no quorum.
While we're waiting, I don't know if you want to go over the reports.
Yeah, Chief, I know this isn't turning out the way any of us wanted, especially you. Do you want to try and use this time to go over non-action items?
Sure, so we can skip all the action items and then we move to the reports. What about that? So we'll see if we can get a quorum.
Okay. So we'll call the meeting to order unofficially at 5:43. The WPCA meeting of February 18, 2025. And noting that we don't have a quorum, we'll jump to old business contract operation report.
Hi, how's it going, everybody? Good evening.
Hi there.
So we'll just kick right off with us then. It feels weird being first. So first highlight I want to bring in for January is we actually had a routine inspection from CT Deep. It was very positive, good outcome, minimal to no action items required, just some feedback. It was a 2-day event. They did a desk audit and then they came back and did a full plant walkthrough. All positive stuff. The whole team was engaged. Very happy with how that went. So that was a great positive for January. So let's just run through our departments briefly. So in collections, we had another tough month for cleaning. So our statistics were a little low due to cold weather. So we ended up with 1.07 miles of CCTV work, 1.18 miles of sewer cleaning, 19 manhole inspections, and 1.23 miles of SLRAT inspection, with 1.93 miles of hot list cleaning. Our team responded to 5 service calls this month. So all in all, it's been a productive month. IPP inspection program, we conducted 41 inspections, and we're working hand in hand with the WPCA to enhance the IPP program as we speak. So everything good there. Over in operations and maintenance, we had a strong performance for nitrogen this month. So we came in at 644 pounds a day, which is well below our 718-pound limit. The facility continues to run well, even in the cold temperatures, and the improvements we made end of last year,
Do
middle
I
to
need
end of
one of
last
these?
year. have proven to be beneficial
It's
to
a- it's a-
settling.
Okay.
So, so we're seeing good settling in our final clarifiers, which is a good thing to see. We usually have trouble with the cold weather and this time of year, so it's been good. We made some repairs to the chlorine analyzers that we use to maintain the chlorine dosage, and so those have been running more consistently the last month. And all in all, we followed all permit requirements for the month. We had a few regulatory requirements that we completed. Net DMR, MOR, and NAR reports were submitted to CTD. The bi-monthly sludge report was submitted. And then, as I stated, we had a routine inspection in January that was overall very positive. And then other than that, the only other thing of note is we've backfilled a collections operator position internally. So we're going to be looking to fill our utility worker position next. So all in all, it's been a very good month for us.
Thank you. Shall we go to B? Old business B?
Now you wanna take the lead on this, or you need me to take the lead?
Sure. I can take the lead. We have a copy of the fiscal year 24-25 revenues expenditures munis report. That's attached. We have the WPC engineering projects. Beacon Street Sanitary Sewer Project. We're currently working with our consultant. They're finalizing the 60% design drawings and specs, and we're expecting to receive those in the next few weeks for review. The Catch Basin Disconnect Program, that's currently on hold as we're waiting to hear back from CTD. It's part of our collection system master plan that is under review. Hubble's Lane Relief Sewer Project. We signed a task order with Brown and Caldwell for geotech services. So we're planning to do 12 test bits to confirm utilities in the project area. So we're moving forward with that work.
Settling tank, we have submitted the project scope to Connecticut Deep for Clean Water Fund eligibility in December. We received their response last week that the project is eligible, which is good, and we'll proceed with next steps.
Discussion on WPCA construction projects. We have the San Vicente Island Sewer Shed Rehab Project. We signed a task order with Brown and Caldwell for additional inspection services as the lining scope had increased as we continue through the project. And we have in situ form that's recently completed some lining work, and they're continuing with manhole rehab and lateral grouting work. On SCADA, we're continuing to enhance SCADA at the treatment plant and pump stations. Sewer use bill appeals adjustments, we're currently at 82,724. And item E, we have the 2024 CSO report. A copy of that is attached.
Thank you. Now what?
So, Mr. Chair, my recommendation is that maybe we can go for executive session. At least we have Assistant Corporate Counsel to brief you. And then eventually, if we ended up having a quorum, you guys can come back and vote on the rest of the agenda.
Okay, Darren, sorry, we don't have a quorum here. And
I understand, Mr. Chairman. You hear me okay?
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
I
great.
can hear you.
No problem. I'll hang out. Do you expect to potentially have a quorum later on in the session, or is there the expectation that the commission will not be conducting business?
We're hoping that Ms. Dunn can join. But I haven't, she has not done so yet, so I think she must be having a problem joining.
Okay, great. Thank you, Barbara. So I will, I am at your disposal, whenever, we have got a forum, go in executive session.
Oh, phone is good. She doesn't have to. Shouldn't have to be, visual. If she were to call in with just the phone number.
Yeah,
We've done
she's
that.
having a rough time getting in for some reason. It keeps logging her out. And for some reason, my phone keeps I'm like holding my phone behind me because it's overtaking my sound. So I keep
Oh,
logging out and coming back in.
mhm.
I don't
That's
know.
all that. Why don't we discuss contingency plan with staff? How
Suggestion
urgent
would
is
be,
this? If you
maybe
want,
we can go
you want to hold a special
executive-
meeting or something like that?
Yeah, I think we can go to executive session and then we can, if we cannot wait until next month, we can always call for a special meeting just for the items that didn't get voted.
Okay, so
We're not gonna be able, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. We're not gonna be able to, if we don't have a quorum, we can't vote to go into executive session, so we'd have to wait until we had a quorum to do that. My apologies.
no, that's true. I mean, we can go, it just wouldn't really be a meeting. But for the people who are gonna vote, I'm sure they'd like the benefit.
I think at this point, we have no choice but to adjourn and maybe have a special meeting, organize a special meeting.
Barbara,
agree.
are there
I
any,
agree.
non-voting things that proceed to just to discuss?
Yeah, we already did, Darren. They went through the reports already.
I don't think there's any non-business items that are left.
Oh, Ms. Dunn is in as an attendee.
Okay, so. we're
Okay,
gonna-
so we just have to move her over.
Yes,
Okay. But now then we got to get her into the executive session too, so that's
Oh, boy.
a little tricky.
okay, there she
Okay, I
is.
see a phone number.
Okay, yeah, that's Miss Dunn. So if you could just move her over.
Let's see the phone number. Ms. Dunn, can you hear us? If you
You
can
can
hear us, you're muted.
It's *9, I think, to unmute.
Star 9.
There she is.
I can hear you.
Hi, Ms. Dunn. Thank you for joining us.
How are you? A little loud.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna officially call the meeting to order now. It's 5:55 p.m. This is the regular meeting of the Norwalk Water Pollution Control Authority, meeting of February 18th, 2025. As I said, it's 5:55 p.m. and the meeting is underway. I'll start with roll call. Ostafine, Bovee, present. Manella, present. Smith, present. Dunn,
Here.
present. Thank you. Okay, so we have a quorum. Let's jump to acceptance of the meeting minutes of the regular meeting of January 21st, 2025. Any comments? First of all, is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
So moved.
Mrs. Smith, any comments, corrections, edits, deletions, omissions, anything like that? Hearing none, we'll call the question. All in favor, aye. I
Aye.
see.
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous. I'll just call it. And public participation, is there any members of the public present that wish to be heard in the public meeting? Okay, we asked that question before the official meeting started. Nelia said no. So we'll move to new business. And we did hold a public hearing. Mr. Callahan? Aaron Callahan.
Here.
Hate to put you on the spot. We held a public hearing without a quorum. We did give the public an opportunity to speak. Is that legal?
I believe it is.
Okay, very good. So,
We will hold it again, but I believe it is, and I will confirm by tomorrow morning.
we'll go on that assumption and correct it if we need to. Is there a motion to approve the sewer user rates effective July 1, 2025? Should I, wait, perhaps I should say, well, I'm not gonna read all this, but this was published.
Mhm.
Everybody had a chance to see it. It's all legal. So I will just note that this appears to be almost verbatim of what Ken Cole-Brenner of Woodward and Kern presented to us last week. It matches our model. This is what the commission had discussed in the past, and it seemed that we all knew we were heading that direction, and it's a 4.4-ish% increase for a single family residence, which is what Mr. Cole-Brenner said. Is there a motion to accept the rate increase? Mr. Bovee, all in favor? Ostafine, Bovee, Manella, Smith, Dunn? I can't see your hand, Ms. Dunn.
Yes, I'm a yes.
Thank you. That passes unanimously. Now, can we have a motion to take the agenda out of order? Mr. Bovee is all in favor. We're going to take the agenda out of order and go into executive session next. All in favor? Ostafine, Bovee, Manella, Smith, Dunn?
Can I just ask a
Yeah.
question? Because is Ms. Dunn going to be able to make it into the executive session?
Yes, that was
Okay.
the next thing I was gonna ask. Can you get there with us?
I don't know. I'm on my phone.
And then come back to this? Or what I was just going to ask is maybe, does it work, since we already did the reports, does it work to approve B and C, the operating and capital budget now? While we have Ms. Dunn?
You mean in case we lose her?
Mhm.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, no, but we're going to need her. We
Yeah,
could do that, but we're gonna need her when we come out of executive session.
You could also just text me if you lose me and I can jump back in.
okay.
So
I just don't have my laptop with me. I'm on my phone.
What do you have the number for the executive session?
It's not the same. No, I probably don't.
Okay, I'm gonna send it.
Can you text it to me? Okay.
Fortunately, we're gonna need a quorum.
Do you want to go up? I'm not done, but.
Ms. Smith, I'm sending to you, so you can send it to Ms.
Okay, Okay, thank you.
I can hear you.
Okay, so we can go now to executive session, right? If you guys voted on.
Okay, I hope to see you there, Ms. Dunn.
Okay.
Where did we leave off?
All right,
All in favor of entering executive session? Aye. Ossifan, Bovee, Manella, Smith.
Aye.
Done? Very good. So that's
Yeah.
unanimously. I hope to see you all there. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we resume the regular meeting of the Norwalk WPCA for February 18th. And we've just left executive session. No action was taken in executive session. A quorum is present as we resume the meeting. I would ask for a motion to entertain new business. So motion to entertain new business for the purposes of discussion and action on property acquisition related to the Keeler Brook Pump Station. Anybody? Smith gets it. All in favor? Aye. Ossifan, Smith, Manella, Bovee, Dunn. That passes unanimously. Okay, so the new business. Let me ask staff, is it appropriate for me to right now read the authorization into the record so everybody else can hear it?
So, Mr. Chairman, I think you would read the authorization in the record and, ask for a motion, for it to be added to the agenda. And if there is a 2/3 affirmative vote of a quorum present to do that, then you could have discussion and, at that point, you can have, a vote on the action item after discussion is ended.
Okay, I just did that. I did ask for a motion for new business and it passed unanimously. So, I guess I would ask for to get the conversation started, a motion to authorize the WPCA chairman or his designee to execute and deliver any and all agreements, documents, and other instruments necessary to purchase, acquire, and or take by exercise of eminent domain powers of the subject property. Is there a motion for that? Okay, Mr. Bovee. Now, is there a discussion, questions? Presentation by staff? Okay. Now I'll ask you again, Mr. Callahan, is it appropriate for me to read into the record the authorization?
Yes, you could read it to the record.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Per town council, the draft authorization that is in front of me that we are considering acting on here tonight is, I will read it into the record. Authorization, whereas the Water Pollution Control Authority for the City of Norwalk, the WPCA, has determined that it's necessary to acquire 493 Connecticut Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut, the property, for sanitary sewer purposes. Whereas the City of Norwalk, acting through its Common Council during its regular meeting on February 11th, 2025, by affirmative vote of a quorum and its members present, vote of a quorum of its members present, authorize the purchase, acquisition, and taking by exercise of eminent domain power of the property for said purposes. Whereas the Common Council further authorized at said meeting that Mayor Harry W. Whirling or his designee is authorized to execute and deliver any and all agreements, documents, and other instruments necessary to purchase, acquire, and or take by exercise of eminent domain powers the property. Now therefore, the WPCA hereby, number one, authorizes the purchase, acquisition, and or taking by exercise of eminent domain power of the property for sanitary sewer purposes and to fully fund such purchase, acquisition, and or taking. Number two, authorizes WPCA Chairman Darren Ossifan or his designee to execute and deliver any and all agreements, documents, and other instruments necessary to purchase, acquire, and or take by exercise of eminent domain powers the property. And this was authored by Darren Callahan and was apparently crafted to mirror the Common Council language. So, there is a motion to accept this authorization. And, we are discussing it. We've heard it. Is there any further discussion, questions, comments on this matter? No. Okay. Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Ostafine, Smith, Manella, Bovee, done. That passes unanimously. Thank you. Okay, I guess we can resume the regular meeting now that that business is done. So we'll go to item 6B, approve the proposed budget FY 25-26 operating. And is there a motion to approve the operating budget? By Mr. Manella, is there presentation by staff, comments?
The operating budgets, including the board package tonight, is almost identical to last month. There's just a couple minor number revisions from the finance department, specifically for the fees for that the city's going to bill the WPCA for services by the city, and the fee for WPCA bills the city. Other than those two items, everything else remains the same from last month's WPCA meeting.
Any questions on the operating budget? All in favor? Aye. Ostafine, Smith, Manella, Bovee, done. That passes unanimously. Thank you. It is 6:17 PM. We go on to item 6C, approve the proposed FY 25-26 capital budget. Is there a motion to approve the capital budget? Looking for a hand. Bovee. Presentation from staff.
No presentation. These are the same capital numbers that have been presented to WPCA board since last year.
Any questions of staff? No. All in favor? Aye. Ostafine, Smith, Manella, Bovee, done. Passes unanimously. Thank you. It is 6:18. We have gone through the old business. And I suspect that if Ms. Dunn wants to be caught up, she could do that at some other time. Okay, so is there any further business for this meeting? Is there any questions or comments on anything contained in this meeting or not contained in this meeting? Okay, I'm going to jump to number 10. It is 6:19 PM. Is there a motion to adjourn? Mrs. Smith,
To adjourn.
all in favor? Aye. I'm not gonna do
Thank you,
roll
Ms.
call. That
Dunn.
passes unanimously.
Enjoy your
Thank
vacation.
you.
Go back
Oh,
to.
no, don't forget, I have an ordinance meeting in a half an hour,
Oh.
which I didn't know about. So maybe I'll see you there. Okay, thanks.
Night.
Thank you to everybody. We got it
night,
done.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.